you can say, yes, we want to serve the financial health of our customer or client group. But if you don't follow through with that message and start to build that type of leadership thinking in your team leaders, in your service leaders, in your sales leaders, it's going to be really, really, really hard for you to execute against that plan. Do you know what I mean, Rick?
Oh, absolutely it is. I mean, there is, people that have worked for me in the past probably would, if they were watching this, would laugh. I have I call it the 150 times rule, which is, this is a total exaggeration, but the first 50 times you tell somebody something, they don't hear it. The next 50 times they hear it, but they think it's going to go away. Mm-hmm. It's only in that last 50 times where it's like, okay, I'm hearing this over and over again, and the message is obviously meaningful because it's been told mm-hmm. different ways in different channels or different mediums at different times. I think you're exactly right. It's hard, but it's consistency of the message of why, and consistency of the message of how people make a difference at how they contribute to the why at whatever level that they're at. And there's a couple of components to how they contribute. And I think and I'll touch on this just in a second, but there's, what are your activities and your behaviors at whatever level of the organization that you're at? What the activities and behaviors that you exhibit within that activity, how do they lead to the why? But one of the things that is sometimes hard to do, but when you can crack the nut of what's hard to do, then people really understand the importance and significance that they play within the organization, and certainly to that why, which is the customer. And that nut that you have to crack sometimes is, how does their activity and behavior lead to a quantitative outcome? Mm-hmm. And in leadership, if you can crack that nut, you can tell people, you need to do this activity, and I'll help coach you on your behavior of this activity. But where it can become really meaningful, and then it becomes kind of innate or intrinsic of what they do because they believe it, is how does that turn to some type of quantitative outcome where they can really see how their activity and behavior is impacting the why mm-hmm. in a quantitative way. I can see in black and white how I'm not only making a difference in my role to the company, but also the why of what the company is trying to do and help somebody.